Hello everybody, welcome back to another vlog. It is a Tuesday morning and you will have just seen a little weekend recap. We went to the beach, we got coffee, we walked around, we went to the farmer's market, we went to IKEA last weekend. What else did we do? We watched Connor's Story on SNL. We had like a crafting night where we just laid in our bed and watched The Secret Garden before SNL came on, and it was just so needed. It was a really nice reset weekend. And then yesterday I took the day to just reset as well and kind of catch up on some editing, catch up on some office computer work stuff. And now it is Tuesday and we are out of the house pretty much all day today. So just left my second blood draw appointment for my functional medicine thing that I'm doing. I will talk more about it in a future vlog. I talked a little bit about it in the last vlog, but I'm looking forward to seeing some results from that. And now I'm gonna head to, I think, Trader Joe's first, and then maybe like the grocery store or something after that, because I am gonna do another little swap with my friend Jasmine. If you've been watching my channel for a long time now, then you will know that Jasmine and I have been doing this. She's my friend who lives in the UK. Her channel's called Jazzy Bum or Jazzy Vlogs. And she and I have been sending each other candy and sweets and snacks from each other's countries to one another for the last 11 years. We did our first one in 2015, I believe. So we've been at this a long time. We've done a couple of them in person. We've done a couple of them through the mail. And so she had asked me recently to pick her up some whitening strips that they don't have in the UK. And so I was like, do you want to just like do a whole entire swap again and have it not be like a big main channel thing, but just, you know, show it like on Instagram or TikTok or like vlogs or whatever. So that's what we're gonna do. So I am on a hunt to find her the right whitening strips, and then I figured I'd throw some Trader Joe's things in there as well because they obviously don't have that in the UK. And I'm so excited to see what she's gonna send me. I asked for, I don't even remember. The thing is, since we've been doing this for 11 years, I don't remember what she's had. I don't remember what I've had. I mean, I kind of have vague memories of things, but it's just gonna be for funsies. So let's head to Trader Joe's. It is like 9 a.m. right now. I just had a little snack because you have to do your blood work fasted, and drank a bunch of water. They only had to take 8 vials of blood this time. I think they took like 14 at my last appointment or something crazy. Let's head to Trader Joe's and see what kind of fun things we can find for my sweet little British friend. Let's do it. That these are really good too. I saw someone talk about these sour jelly beans and how they're like insanely sour. So we're gonna get some of those for Jasmine because she really likes sour candy and she thinks our sour candy isn't sour enough. Yeah. Okay, I kind of blacked out and just got a bunch of random stuff. Like all of this is for her. And I think I may end up getting like a tote bag as well because that'd be something cute. I really want one of like the canvas ones. But they don't have those, they just have the like freezer bags. And so this is just a normal tote bag and it's California themed, so there we go. All right, stop number 1 is done. Okay, now we're at the grocery store. I obviously have to get her some Reese's bunnies. The shapes of Reese's are so much better than the cups. So I'm not gonna get her any Cadbury, like mini eggs or anything, because obviously they have way better chocolate. I'm thinking some Nerds gummy clusters. I can't remember if she's had these, so we'll get some of that. That's pretty much it for the Easter candy, so we'll do the regular candy now. Also, I just need to document that there are Dr. Pepper flavored Peeps. We are a strange little country, aren't we? Sorry, I just walked past and I noticed these candies, which look exactly like they're squashies. I mean, these are in like a diamond shape. They're called Bubs, but these are quite literally squashies from the UK. That's so random. I've never seen them before now. I'm not gonna get them for her because she has them, but weird. I know she doesn't really like spicy food, but hot fries are like a American childhood staple, you know? Gotta go for it. Okay, now we're in like the candy. I got some different things. Nutter butters are her favorite, I remember, and then Nick really likes Milano, so I gotta get a couple different kinds of those. But for the rest, I truly don't know. Would it be funny to get her like a Mr. Beast chocolate bar? I don't know if they have it there. Like it's not gonna be good. It might be funny. Sure, we'll try it. All right, here's where we're ending up. I don't know, I just grabbed stuff. Okay, got the goods. I think what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna head home really quick because I really have to pee. I drank so much water before my appointment. And then also I want to have like a quick breakfast before I go to my next place, which is my hair appointment. I was gonna stay out all day, but it's like a little warm outside today, and I want to make sure that that stuff is inside the house instead of sitting in the back of my car before it gets shipped off. I also need to stop at one more place. Maybe we'll stop at like the gas station. I feel like that's a good place to get like single serving, you know, candies and things like that. But I'm not gonna do that right now because I still have to go out to get her white strips anyways. So I'll do that when when it's time to ship it. But I'm excited. I'll show you maybe like a haul before I send it off. But anyways, I have a hair appointment at 11 o'clock. It's 10 right now. I kind of need to leave at like 10:30 at the latest. So I'm gonna quickly head home, make some breakfast, get my hair refreshed, and then continue on with our day. All right, we're all done. Whoa, it was a little windy on the way to the car, but we are slightly blonder. We are fresh. Wow, this is very 90s volume I've got going on here. It's like a weird time of day. It's 2:30. So I'm like, I guess I'll just have like I packed a lunch, but I didn't eat it. So I'll probably have a little bit of that on the way home and we will catch up later. But I'm feeling very blonde, very fresh, very va-va-voom. Good morning. It is the next day. It's like 11:20. I have a meeting at 11:30. So this is the opportune time to start thrifting, obviously. I just said thrifting. I meant to say vlogging. Clearly thrifting's on the brain. Anyways, I've been beep boop 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 boop, the Jim Carrey meme on my computer all morning. I'm just looking at these I'm distracted by these beautiful flowers. Look how pretty they are. I got these from the farmer's market in Laguna Beach. Stunning. It is Wednesday and I'm actually getting on a meeting with a brand, which doesn't always happen when you have a brand partnership, but sometimes they like to just go over things and make sure everyone's on the same page and kind of touch base and connect and meet face to face and all that kind of stuff, which I actually appreciate. But I was gonna show you, hold on, the fan's on. Let me turn on the lights so you can see. I was gonna show you we made some updates to our guest bathroom, which we've been meaning to do for a while. I'm really not a fantastic content creator in that I'm not good at shooting before and afters. Like I always forget the before. But I thought I would show you what it looks like now. And we made a few little changes to just like make it a little bit cozier, make it cuter, make it more cottage-like. Let me do some touch-ups so that it looks beautiful for my friends, you guys. So anyway, I thought I'd show you where we're at now. So I did show you this shelf already. We found this at a vintage flea market for I think $10, $12, something like that. We also hung up these sconces. These are actually from Amazon. We have vintage ones in the house too, but these ones just happen to be from Amazon, and so are the flameless candles. So a lot of times Drew comes in here to take a shower when he has a migraine, and then he can just have, let me show you a better representation, a shower by candlelight. Like how amazing and dramatic is that? I love it. In case you're wondering, no, we're not gonna have that poop spray up there forever, but it's just, that's where it's sitting currently at the moment. We're gonna decorate it cuter. And then I want to hang a piece of art right here as well. Like, I don't know, a rectangular gilded gold frame is kind of what I'm thinking. You can see so much more on camera than you can in person that this is a touch-up and it's not matched at all. We took that towel hook off the wall because it was right here and it was sitting so low that the towel would almost reach the toilet, which is gross. So we moved it over here. So now this is like right next to the sink where you wash your hands, which is good. We have these little doodads. These are from Home Goods, I think, or like Ross or something. And we have all of our little products for guests, Q-tips, floss picks, lotion, soap, all of that. And then over here, we actually moved the towel rack, which I'm not even kidding. Where are the holes? Here they are. It was like halfway to the bottom of the wall. Like it was so low. And then when the towels would hang down, it was like maybe a child's bathroom at one point. So they put them a bit lower, but now we have since, these were actually hooks that were by the front door that I think the previous tenants used as like coat racks or something, and we just moved two of them up here and look how good it looks. It looks so much nicer. I I really, really like the way it's turned out. And then the kind of main event is this shower curtain from Urban Outfitters. It's so pretty. It's got this really pretty kind of gingham checkered look with a bunch of different flowers on it. Oh, and then this bath mat, I don't know where this is from. Again, maybe Home Goods, maybe Amazon, but very cute. Actually, I think this is from Amazon. If it is, I'll link it. And it's just looking so much better in here. So cute. Anyways, just thought I would show you some updates because that just got finished. I actually need to check the time because I have, yes, 5 minutes, okay, until I need to hop on my call. But what are some other updates I can show you? Oh, the other house update that I thought I'd show you, which I think I showed the actual piece, but I don't know if I showed it like hung on the wall, is this gorgeous piece. This was the other thing we got at the vintage, like, what's it called? Flea market. And it's so cute. It is a little wonky because there's an off-centered window, but the only other option was to have something hanging over here, which looks really bad. So it was either gonna be centered on the wall or like off-centered with the window. So this is what we decided to do. We have this little corner over here that we're still kind of trying to figure out what to do. Obviously it's a work in progress. I would like to, well, first of all, take the printer off of that table, but that's just where it's sitting currently. We're actually gonna put it underneath there, the little built-in thing that we painted. If you watched, I don't know, a couple vlogs ago, we painted that. But we found this table at a Goodwill for $10. So we were like, okay, we have to get it. Like, it's the perfect little spot for over here. So we're thinking like a shoe rack here at some point, maybe some sort of welcome mat situation, maybe another plant there in the corner, obviously taking the printer off and putting some fun things over here. But if you have any styling suggestions for like on top of the shelf or this area and like what it could be, let me know. This could even kind of be like a little desk area or something, but I think we're gonna do that in our bedroom. Anyways, there's today's house update. I'm gonna head back up and get on my call and we will check in later related to that. Such a nightmare. No worries. Yes, same. All right, just ran a couple of errands, forgot to vlog it, as per usual. I just ran into the grocery store to get like a couple, I know I just went to the grocery store yesterday, but I just had to get a couple more little things for Jasmine. It's so funny because I just went into the grocery store, it's like noon right now, or like 12:30. The nearby high school, all of the kids are like inside getting lunch, I guess, at this grocery store. And it's hilarious because I feel so old. Like, I feel so old when teenagers are around, and it's just hilarious. Like, I remember when my parents used to be like, oh, teenagers, they don't get it, or, you know, whatever. And sometimes I find myself being like, why are they so loud? Like, why are they screaming all the time? Like, why are they saying bruh after every other word? And I'm like, oh my God, that used to be me, but just with a different lingo, like a different vibe. And it's just so interesting to think that like I'm one of the old people now. I mean, to them I am, obviously. To them I'm a dinosaur. But it's fascinating because it's like, it feels like just yesterday that that was me. And actually, it's a privilege, okay? I'm fortunate to have made it this far because some people haven't, but my 20-year anniversary of graduating high school will be this summer. 20 years ago. It's actually crazy to think about, like 20 years ago, almost. From this very time I was gearing up to go on spring break, like my final spring break of high school. I was winding down my senior year, getting ready to graduate. Like, I just can't believe how quickly time has gone by. And I do think sometimes we tend to do this thing where we compare maybe where we think we should be with other people or whatever, but I actually feel really comfortable about where I'm at in life 20 years after graduating high school. And I feel like I just did my own thing and I carved my own path and I'm on my own timing. And I've always been a late bloomer in life. You know, I'm still not even sure what I want my life to look like in the future, direction-wise. Like, I don't know, you know, these big decisions, it's like, I don't know if I want to have kids. I don't know if even, like, I prioritize marriage enough to get married. You know, all these different things that society kind of deems to be, like, achievements or whatever. And I've really had to assess, like, do I want to do this because I want to do this? Or do I want to do this because it's expected of me by society? And I've really had to, like, grapple with that over the last, you know, decade or so. I mean, even 20 years, really. And I feel really good with where I'm at. And the person I've become 20 years after I graduated high school, and just in general in life. It's actually kind of another thing I wanted to chat about, was how many of you have been reaching out since I posted my colonoscopy video, like my recap. I also posted it on like Instagram and TikTok as well. And also how many of you have, oh my god, they're having a water gun fight in the parking lot. This is so cute. It's like boys versus girls. Stop, this is adorable. Anyway, since posting that content, I have gotten so many messages, DMs, comments, etc., voice notes from you guys saying that you've either been encouraged to go get your colonoscopy scheduled, or to get that thing that you've been curious about checked out by a doctor, or even that seeing me talk about these things and constantly bang on in my vlogs about, hey, you need to go to the doctor, you need to do that appointment, it sucks, it's not fun, it's not easy to take care of yourself, but you have to do it, it's just a thing you have to do. By saying that, people have gone and gotten the care that they needed and like intercepted bad things happening, and I'm just like, oh, I can't even think about that. Hi, I'm editing this right now actually, and I just also wanted to say that March is colorectal cancer awareness month, and so I want to just keep reiterating how important it is to get colonoscopies and to push back against your doctor when they try to tell you that like you're too young, or if they're ignoring your symptoms or whatever, because it is far worth paying a little bit extra, obviously if you're able to, than to have something bad happen down the road. And I kind of wanted to mention that some other feedback that I was getting from people was that they also were experiencing symptoms and they went and got it checked and they had precancerous polyps removed or precancerous cells. And if they would have waited until the time that you're allowed to by your insurance, they would have had cancer. And so that's also happened to other people. I even saw people who commented saying they've lost their mother or their husband or someone that they really loved, and they would have probably been able to still be here if they would have gotten that checked out earlier in their life. And so anyways, I don't want to freak anybody out or anything, but I'm just so passionate about advocating for people to get the medical attention that they need, because it could truly save your life. So I want to say I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I think I'm just going to continue talking about it because it's just so important. Okay, love you. I was listening to a voice note from someone the other day talking about how she just knew like in her gut that something wasn't right, and she had listened to me talk about that on and on in vlogs before, and so she went and got it checked out, and she intercepted esophageal damage that could have turned into esophageal cancer, that could turn into it. And if she had waited and not listened to her body and not heeded the warnings or anything, she could literally have, that's the cancer that Drew's dad passed away from almost 16 years ago exactly. So I'm just so grateful. And I honestly, this is now what I want my platform to be. This is what I want my legacy to be, is go to the doctor, get that thing checked out that you've been meaning to check out. You deserve that level of care. You deserve to take care of yourself and to do those things. And I mean, even yesterday when I was doing my blood work, I talked to myself out loud on the way to my appointment, and I was like, okay, and it feels so silly, it feels really cringy and just at first, but it's something my therapist has kind of been coaching me on how to do, the inner child thing. And I basically told my little self, I pictured her as a little girl sitting next to me in this seat, and I was like, hey girl, so we're gonna go to the doctor, we're gonna get our blood drawn, it's not super fun, but it's also not that bad, and then afterwards we're gonna get a treat for ourselves, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And talking to my younger self out loud, for some reason it just really helped, and it's something that I'm gonna try to keep doing, and I'm gonna work through the feelings of awkwardness or uncomfortability, because it really helps. It really helps. I immediately felt when I pictured little me sitting in this seat next to me, I was like, oh, I got this appointment, I'm not nervous at all anymore. I have these OCD thoughts constantly where it's am I gonna pass out? Is this rare reaction thing gonna happen to me? Are they gonna blow out one of my veins? All these different things. And immediately I went into protective mode. I was like, oh, well then I got this. It's fine. I'll do it instead of her. And it's I am her, Anyways, all that to say, time is a crazy thing, and I can't believe how much of it has gone by. And also, I feel so honored to be able to do this 20 years later as my job, and to be able to connect with people like you who are watching this video and who share your thoughts and experiences with me, and who just kind of similarly to little me, just sit in that passenger seat of my life and like come along on these like, you know, random vlogs and random rants and things that I film in between work days, and it just means so much to me, so thank you. All right, back home, finished lunch, and I cannot take this anymore. I can't take it. It's been this way since we moved in. It's driving me insane. No, that's not gonna balance there. So I am going to fix it because it's bothering me. So we're gonna just take everything out and then we'll just go from there. Like some of this stuff could probably be stored in the garage. Let's situate here. We don't have a little like holder thing here, like a rack or a caddy to put any of this in, so we're just making do with what we got. That's not that different, but this entire clip was 5 minutes and 1 second, so like it really doesn't take that long. I'm gonna do a couple more of these tasks today that I've been like feeling this way about, where I'm like, it's this big thing and I've been putting it off, and it quite literally takes 5 minutes. So. Does that look better to you? Does it look exactly the same? I don't know. To me, it's organized. Not everything's thrown in a pile. Everything has a place. But I would like to get, yeah, some sort of like rack or shelf or caddy or something for back there. Next thing that's gonna take 0.2 seconds is magic erasing some marks off of the wall. We had a TaskRabbit come mount this mirror, like when we first moved in or shortly after, and he was originally going to do this wall, but something to do with like the medicine cabinet on the other side or something like that didn't work out. So there's just a few marks from like pencil and random things left, and every time I walk past it I think I need to do this, and now I'm actually going to do it. Thank God. You probably can't tell on camera, but in person it looks a million times better. All right, the next thing is this cabinet, which is entirely filled with bags. And then this one is also filled with bags. And this is an entire side. And we do not need to have this many bags in here. Like most of these can go in the garage as well. This is kind of like my purse area. I don't love it. I would really like to get like a purse hook somewhere. Maybe like underneath there, or I don't really know. There's not like a great spot yet. We will see what we end up doing, but again, I think I'm gonna do the same method, just take everything out and go from there. So I have to show you my little snack haul for my wee little British friend. I'll do that after this. Okay, one thing about me, if there's a tote bag, I'm gonna buy it. I am. I love it. It brings me so much joy. But as a result, I have a lot. Should I do a little tote bag haul? Okay, that no one asked for. The first one is a Broadway Deli tote bag. Broadway Deli is in Broadway, which is a village in the Cotswolds. And Drew and I think, did we like get lunch there? I think we just like stopped in and got a couple things. We got a couple of like gin things, maybe a couple dips, I can't remember. So I like this because it's structured, can fit all the other bags in it. We have, of course, an Erewhon bag. When we lived in LA, they opened a new Erewhon like in our neighborhood, and it was so nice. I walked there all the time. Like it's overhyped. It's very, very expensive. Like there's bits of it that, you know, feel a little too woo-woo for me, and a little bit just too like, are you kidding me? But it's good. Like, in my opinion, it's good. What else do we have? We have a Brooklyn and Tote. We have the Eras Tour tote, of course. When Sierra got our Eras Tour tickets, she got like a VIP package, and it came with this tote bag and like a couple lanyards and things like that. We have a cookbook tote, which is an amazing store on the east side in LA. I think they have a couple locations in LA now, but we got this one at the Highland Park location, and it's a beautiful, curated little market grocery store. You can buy like a bunch of cool things. It's very east side, but so, so nice. Everyone that worked there was super kind. Then we have Novelette, which is a bookstore. It's a LGBTQ+ owned bookstore in my hometown of Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you so much. I have multiple hometowns. That's one thing you'll learn about me is, bye now. One thing you'll learn about me is I claim whichever hometown is more convenient at the time. If Arizona's doing something crazy, I'm like, I'm not from there, I'm from Nashville. And then vice versa, I'll be like, I'm from Phoenix. Actually, I've equally pretty much spent my life in both places, so I consider them both to be my hometowns. Anyways, this is from Notting Hill Bookshop. This is in fact not the one that I almost stole. If you've been watching my vlog since 2022, this was like a very big ADHD moment, and it's funny, but one of those things. But Alexa and I, that's not that bag, just to clarify. I do have that bag still. I don't know where it is. I just used it like last week, so we have it for something. But anyways, Alexa and I were at the Notting Hill Bookshop, and I grabbed this tote bag and I was like, let me see what other stuff there is. And we were kind of walking around, and then we just like randomly decided we were gonna go do something. So we like left, we were on the corner, and I think she was filming like a recap for like her thrifting video or something like that. And I looked down at my arm, and the tote bag was hanging on my arm, and I completely forgot to buy the tote bag. And I like immediately was like, oh my God, I have to go back. And I went back and I like overly apologized and explained to this employee, and she was just like, all right. Like, she did not care at all. I was like, can I please pay for this? She was like, okay. I was like, I'm going to prison. I was terrified. I'm going to English prison. Scary. And this bag is the Baggu bowler bag. Alexa influenced me to get this, and it's amazing for thrifting. You can fit so many things in there. And then I just have a couple other random things. I have one of my Touchland hand sanitizers. That is just good for when I'm thrifting. I have Uniqlo crossbodies, my Crescent from Baggu, you know, the usual. So this can actually also go in the garage because I just grabbed one right as I'm leaving anyways. So now we have an entire open cabinet. Oh, and of course the Baggu cooler bag. We use this like every single weekend. We use this to go back and forth to Arizona as like our cooler. We put some ice packs in here and bring like our unused groceries with us. We take these to farmers markets, grocery stores, Trader Joe's, and that's about it.
So sorry I'm here. I'm so sorry that I exist.
He's not allowed to be on camera. He's trying to sabotage me and my career. Just kidding. I'm gonna put this stuff away, and then I'll show you a haul of everything I got Jasmine. All right, here is the haul that I got for Jasmine. I went quite overboard actually. So we have the white strips, which I ended up having to order online, but they're coming today, so it's fine. We'll start with Trader Joe's. I did get her this bag, which I kind of showed, but it has like Sunset Boulevard, the Hollywood sign, paparazzi, avocados, palm trees, all of our freeways, different cities in California. There's all of the freeways on the bottom, which I think is really cute. I wish they would have put that like on the back here, but that's okay. And this bag was 99 cents, so what's not to love? Okay, from Trader Joe's, I blacked out in there. It was so chaotic, it was so busy. I just was like, I need to grab things and leave. So there are probably things I should have gotten her that I just didn't. So the first one is this snack bar mix. This is really good. It's kind of like a Chex Mix, and they have a spicy one and a regular one, but I feel like I remember her not liking the spicy. Then I got her some of these strawberry sour belt things. These aren't that sour, they just taste really good, like really, really good. I got her some of these licorice twists. There's a raspberry flavor, a mango flavor, and a green apple flavor. I've never actually even tried this, so who knows. I got her some of these freeze-dried candies. These are the watermelon ones. Thought that'd be fun. Scandinavian Swimmers, the sour version. I'm telling you what, after trying a sour Percy Pig, or they call it fizzy Percy Pig, it is it's the Warhead level sour. So now I'm understanding what she was talking about for all these years, the last decade, where she was like, it's not sour. And I'm like, well, yeah, it is. It's definitely sour. And she's like, no, it's not sour. And I'm like, you must be like a crazy sour person. I tried one fizzy pigtail and I was like, oh my God, this is the most sour thing I've ever eaten in my life. So now I know that the UK doesn't play when it comes to their sour candy. It is truly an unbelievable amount of sour. I also got her, speaking of, these sour jelly beans, which I think I mentioned. I saw someone try them on Instagram and she like could barely get through them. They were so sour. I got her some butter caramels. I think these are kind of like Werther's originals. Drew's actually been eating some because we got a pack for ourselves. And then I got her some ranch seasoned cashews because that just feels, you know, I gotta get her something ranch because America. Then from the grocery store, this is too much. Like I overdid it, but I just was throwing stuff in the cart, whatever. I got her some hot fries, a rite of passage. Have I had her try hot fries before? I don't know. I got her a moon pie, which I do think I've gotten her before, but we'll see. Got a s'mores Teddy, what is this? Golden Grams, like Rice Krispie bar. And it's like, feels kind of American, you know, because it's like s'mores and then Rice Krispie treats. I got her some sweet tarts. I think they have these, but I got her some of those. I got her a little pack of Gushers, some Milanos for her mans and for her to enjoy. I got the chocolate orange and the milk chocolate flavor. Some Sweetheart ropes. These are absolutely divine, and I think I've gotten her those. I don't remember. It's been 11 years. A baby bottle pop watermelon flavor. Some Reese's Oreos, because this is actually the one like flavored Reese's that's unbelievable. I did get her the the Mr. Beast bar because I thought that was funny. Some Reese's eggs. Duh. I got her some salt and vinegar nuts. I wanted to get like chips and nuts and things that aren't just sweet things. So these are like one of my favorite flavors. They're so good. Some Nerds gummy clusters. I do want to say that I gave her some of these when we tried them in person, like 2022. Not sure. And then last but not least, 2 big old packs of Nutter Butters and lemon Oreos. I thought, I don't know, she's had regular Oreos before. And I'm pretty sure they have Oreos there, but I don't know if they have lemon, so whatever. Thought they would be able to enjoy them with like a cup of tea or something. I really wanted to get something for her little one, for her son, but I don't think there's like any candy that they'd probably feel comfortable giving him. So maybe before I send this out, I'll find like a little toy or something like that to throw in for him, or a stuffed animal, or just something small, but that's about it. When the time comes, I will pack all of this stuff up in a box and ship it. And I'm so excited to see what she sends me. I've tried what feels like pretty much everything, but I don't care. I'll try it again. I probably forgot anyway.